Arsenal with a huge, huge win, potential win so far of the year against Bayern Munich in the Champions League. They win 3-1 at the Emirates, and it's arguably Arsenal's best performance this year. Regardless, I am on a high still from the game. I'm still buzzing. Yes, we have the big match on Sunday, but until we get to that point, I'm going to soak this in because this was one of the, again, biggest wins we've had in years, and I just really felt like this win was an entire statement, number one, to the Prem, the rest of the teams in the UCL, and overall just the entire world, that Arsenal might be the best team in the world currently right now. Like I said, I'm still on a high. I keep watching all the goals back. I'm just honestly so proud of how this team played. And there's really so much to dissect in this one. And we have to start, of course, with the beginning of the game. I would say the entire first half really felt like both teams were just feeling each other out. I would say Arsenal looked like the better team to start. But before things really even got moving, Trossard actually ended up getting hurt. I think it was a calf injury. Don't know how serious it is, which of course sucks. But again, one of the things that has been different this year for Arsenal and what's made them so successful compared to the last couple years is the amount of squad depth that they have. Oh, Trossard goes down, a guy that's been playing really good recently. Not that it doesn't matter, but you go to Nani Madueke and you really don't even notice. That's not something we could say last year. And once that's all settled, Arsenal eventually get a corner and, of course, a fantastic delivery from Bukayo Saka. He gets it in, and Timber scores. Arsenal are up 1-0, and I thought that was a great way to just start the game. It was showing, hey, Bayern, we're going to keep playing our brand of football. It's what we're going to do. We're not going to, try to keep looking pretty for open play. This is what Arsenal do. You're at the Emirates. You're going to have to deal with it. And I thought Arsenal did, again, just a great job of kind of dictating the play in the beginning, showing, again, Bayern, we're going to be physical. You're going to have to match our intensity tonight. And I, again, just loved it. And I thought that got the crowd into the game even more than they already were, just because that's our brand of football. That's Arsenal football. And again, at the Emirates, it's just going to get the place buzzing. So I love seeing that. And again, they got off to an early lead. I was honestly feeling pretty comfortable at that point. But 10 minutes later, Bayern do end up responding. And it was a great long ball from Kimmich. He gets that over there. It ends up falling to Gnabry, and he has a pretty good assist himself to Carl, the young winger, who scores. And at that point, I was a little stunned because we haven't seen Arsenal get cut up like that in, I don't even know. This year specifically, it's been a while since I've seen them get cut up like that. And I have to give this Carl kid credit. Oh my God, this kid was all over the pitch yesterday. I really liked what I saw from him. Again, I don't watch a ton of Bundesliga. I'm just going to keep it a buck. But I do try to watch Bayern in the UCL when I can. And yeah, this kid definitely stood out. I'm going to have to keep an eye on him because he looked really good. And again, I know how young he is as well. Another guy I want to give credit to for Bayern, just not that I'm going to really talk about them a ton, but was Elise. Elise he was just tearing up Michael, oh my God, I said Michael. Oh my gosh. He was tearing up Lewis Skelly. He was tearing MLS up. MLS was just getting cooked yesterday. And part of me was like, okay, this is disappointing because, MLS, he did so good last year, in my opinion, specifically as a defender. But I don't know if this was really the spot. I know they had to rotate because, again, the game on Sunday with Chelsea. But this guy's barely even played the last couple games. He's barely been playing. Like, he got 4 minutes against Spurs, and then you're throwing him in on a UCL night against Olise? Yeah, I don't know, but I'm surprised he even made it past halftime. But yeah, Olise was cutting him up. I just wanted to give Bayern a little bit of credit there because, again, those two I thought really stood out to me. And again, it was a great goal from Bayern. And at that point, I felt like going into half, Bayern honestly looked like the better team finishing, but it overall still felt like a very, number one, open game, competitive game, and I really didn't know where it was going to go. And again, it was really just two teams feeling each other out, seeing what's working, what's not. But when we got to half and really past half, that is where things changed and it went Arsenal's way. Once we got out of half, those, 10 to 15 minutes right after half was a barrage. It was a barrage from Arsenal. Marino could have had 2 goals just from headers. Mascara could have had a goal from a header. Saka actually had a decent chance as well. Declan Rice had a fantastic run. I thought he was going to go all the way. He didn't. Neuer was really keeping them in. But my God, Arsenal just, they must have just turned the intensity up or something. It was just so good at the level that they were at. And I'm just surprised that Bayern were able to withstand that because, again, Arsenal were just punching them in the face, and they just kept punching them. They kept punching them. They kept punching them. They kept punching them. But Neuer kept making saves, and it was getting really frustrating. And honestly, felt like the Real Madrid game in the first leg back last season, the UCL. But if just because Real they didn't even score in that game, but it felt like that game a little bit because Arsenal looked like the better team and they just couldn't score. The score wasn't showing the real story, but that changed once again, and we'll get into that now. Finally, MLS was subbed off, which it honestly had to happen. It had to happen. He was just getting cut up. It had to happen, and they put on Calafiori. Mikel puts on Calafiori, and he has an instant impact. He had a great cross. And he crosses it over to Madueke. He scores his first goal to make it 2-1 going into about the 70th minute. I was so proud for Madueke, number one, just because, again, he was looking so good to start the season, dealt with injuries, now scores his first goal against Bayern Munich for Arsenal. That was huge. Calafiori, again, just with an instant impact. What can this guy not do? This guy's he's a unicorn. He really is. And I thought that was just, again, a great response. It wasn't even this time a set piece. This was an open play goal. And I just liked what I saw from the team there because, again, we could feel the goal was coming. It was coming. I mean, Arsenal, again, had so many chances. And to see that they actually capitalized off of it, that was just huge. And then eventually we did sub off Saka. Saka was subbed off. And he was subbed on for Martinelli. Martinelli, again, an instant impact. Bayern was trying to score. The ball gets cleared over to Eze. He then has a crazy nice pass. Huge, just like a very, very deep pass. And watching it back, Martinelli is beating his defender, but also Neuer had came out and he played the ball wrong. And Neuer wasn't in the right position. And Martinelli gets past him, and all of a sudden it's an open net. And he finishes it. He makes it 3-1. And this type of goal is really becoming, Martinelli's style. Like, this is just what he does. This is what he does in these moments in the last 20 minutes. When he has fresh legs and the rest of the team doesn't, he, again, is able to capitalize based off of his physical abilities. And, again, I just felt so good for him, too. He's been dealing with a groin injury, and for him to score in that moment, again, it keeps reiterating the point that Arsenal have so much depth. Arsenal fans, when have you ever watched Arsenal and felt good about us taking off Saka in a big game? I don't know if I've ever been at that point, at least, from my time of watching. And just to know that, okay, we took off Saka and it was okay. It was okay. Can you imagine last year taking off Saka in a big game ever? No, because we didn't have the squad depth. And it was just crazy. It was just crazy. At that point, it's 3-1. There really wasn't much more after that. And it was just overall a very controlling win, especially, again, it was that second half. The first half feeling it out, but the second half was all Arsenal. I did not see anything really from Bayern in that second half. There just wasn't as much there. And I thought Arteta, again, he just keeps getting these decisions right. Putting on Calafiori when he needs to. Again, putting on Martinelli, putting on Madueke. He was just pushing all the right buttons, and this is just what they keep doing. And I'm just so proud of this team because they put on a statement last night. They put on a statement to, again, the Prem. They put on a statement to all the teams in the UCL, and they put on a statement to the entire world in general that, as of right now, I think you have to say Arsenal are the best team in the world. Again, we'll see how this goes. It's almost December. We haven't played PSG this year, but I would say going into the game yesterday, Bayern were, I would say, a 1A, 1B with Arsenal as the two best teams in the world right now. And again, I know it's one game, things happen. It was at the Emirates, but I just thought Arsenal looked so good yesterday. And they looked so much, not necessarily better than them, but they handled them, and they were definitely the more physical team. And I value those things a lot, especially, again, in the UCL of all competitions. Really hoping that this performance continues to, bring good energy into the weekend because, again, we have Chelsea now. This is huge. I mean, Chelsea with a huge dominating game against Barcelona, and then obviously Arsenal then make the statement the day after. We got the game at the Bridge. It's going to be absolutely nuts. I actually cannot wait for that game. I think it's probably the most excited I've been for a football game, at least in the Prem, for a really, really long time. But regardless, man, just what a win for Arsenal. I'm so proud of this club. It's been one hell of a week. I just keep saying it, but I'm just so proud. I'm so proud. I'm proud of Mikel. I'm proud of the team. I'm proud of the fans. It just feels like it's our time right now. And again, it's not even December yet. It's not even December yet. But we're getting there, and I just think that these wins matter. This is not, beating PSV, trying to think of smaller teams. I can't really think of smaller teams off the top of my head. Regardless, this is not like beating a smallish. If you're in the UCL, you're still a great team. It's not like beating one of those smaller teams in the UCL. Like, no, you beat a European giant, a team that's also had your number, especially the last couple years. They beat us in that knockout, so I wanted some revenge. And this game had been circled at least by me for a while, so I know it was for Arsenal. And I don't know. I'm kind of going on a little bit of a tangent here, but I'm just so proud. I'm just so proud. The Emirates again was rocking. That place was just buzzing. Makes me want to go to a game so bad. And yeah, I will literally right now, I will take this team over any team currently in the world. I've never felt this confident watching Arsenal in my life. I just haven't. And I just love that I'm able to experience this moment. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's making me so happy. And again, I love all these players, man. These players are so, likable. Mikel is likable. Like everything about this, I just love. And I just feel so privileged to be a fan of this club. And I'm just extremely proud. So again, very excited to see what happens on Sunday. But man, what a statement from this team. I just thought that they did such a good job on Wednesday. That's all I had in this video. Just wanted to talk about it real quick. If you like this video, feel free to give it a like. Leave your thoughts down below on the game. My TikTok will be in the description down below. And if you are interested in any of this type of content, I'll be continuing to break down Arsenal, the UCL, the Premier League, football in general. And yeah, if you made it this far in the video, I greatly appreciate you. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace, guys.